Imagine the things you can do with the side income that you made with least effort. That's gonna be epic. Hey designers, welcome back to another episode of Design Uncut. No cuts, no edits, no bullshit. In today's podcast, we're talking about something very, very interesting. We're going to talk about side income or added income, so as to say, for designers or for any other sort of professional. So, side income gives two very important advantages to anybody. First thing being financial freedom, which I focus a lot on in my life, which means you are able to do what you like without worrying about money all the time, whether you'll be able to pay the rent, you'll be able to pay the bills. All those worries kind of go away when you get financial freedom. In other words, when you get side income or other sources of income. So I have a few notes right here, which I've just written down. The first note that I've written down because it's so important is do user testing. And if you're not aware of user testing, it's basically when you test out a software or an application or a certain website for somebody else, and they pay you in return to do that. Now, you don't really have to go and find people who are doing user testing. There are very reliable websites which I have used personally. One being user testing, which gives $10 for each test, and sometimes even more. So if the test is bigger, it'll give you something like $50 or $60 too. So just for doing like 15 to 20 minutes of just giving feedback to the client about how his website looks and feels, you're getting $10, which in Indian rupees is about 700 rupees. That is pretty awesome. And the more tests you do, the more money you earn. It's as simple as that. Uh, Another way to do user testing is to use sites like Fiverr. Now, Fiverr is a website which allows you to put your services onto a platform. Say the service could be for user testing, it might even be for some other thing. But in this case, you can ask your clients to give you a brief, and on that brief, you can test out their applications. And you can set your own prices. So with Fiverr, you can either set it as low as $5 per session or as high as $100 for testing out applications. So I think Fiverr is very important for user testing. But don't get me wrong, if you're doing great on Fiverr, that's awesome. But if you're someone who's trying to do freelancing of something like Fiverr, forget it. It's not worth it because Fiverr is first of all very saturated. It has so many people on there. I would recommend to try it out, but not to give too much focus on Fiverr, not to expect much out of it. It's Fiverr is that relationship which you do not want to get serious in. That's just my opinion. If you're doing great on Fiverr, good for you. Uh, one thing that the one thing that I remember very well, this if you've heard of him, he's a mentor, he's a guru for social media marketing and business. Gary V said, "Find the source of income which gives you maximum gain in the least amount of effort put in." So basically, your ROI should be great. Your rate of interest on anything that you're doing should be high. So if you follow my guidelines today, you'll probably get the best ROI possible. Another thing that I've noted down in my trusty notebook is create quick content. Now, I create YouTube content and podcasts. I'll be honest, I do earn a little bit of actually good amount of side income. I won't lie to you, from YouTube and through podcasts as well. So how do you do something similar to that? Very easy. You get started with the smallest things. Just like Gary Vee said, put in less effort. So there is something called reusing of content on YouTube, which means basically cutting out content from different media sites. I'll probably give certain websites where you can pick this free content from, or you can just, as a designer, what you can do is go to Dribble and Behance and pick up designs from people who have not really put like a strong copyright on it, and and make a compilation video. I'm sure everybody is aware of compilation video. It's basically you put in designs, you do like a top 10 or top 20, so you put 20 designs in a row. You learn how to edit a video. That won't take you long. That'll take you like half an hour, 40 minutes maximum. And then you can just get started just editing, just putting those designs into a video. You can maybe do a voiceover, but if you don't want to put in that effort, or if you don't have a good mic, then just forget it. Just put all those designs and maybe put subtitles and titles on that video. And with that, what you can do is you can post videos every 2 days. So every second day you can put a new video with design inspiration. You share it on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, all these platforms, and you get a lot of traffic. And that traffic will eventually lead to you getting money overnight. I call YouTube money and podcast money as overnight income, which is basically whenever you're sleeping, people are still watching and listening to your content. So you will still get money for the time when you're not working or when you're not really posting anything. So that's a huge advantage of this particular tip that I'm giving you guys. Uh, the last thing, which again is not the least, it's as important as the previous two, is sell your content online. So if you think, if you're confident enough of your designs, which you should be in general, go ahead and start selling your stuff. So, for example, you have a very good app that you've designed, and it has a lot of screens, has a lot of elements. Go to Google and type this in. How do I convert my designs into design kits or UI kits? UI kits, if they are good looking, if you publish it on the right platforms, there are a lot of platforms like UpLabs and Creative Market, which allow you to put your designs online and people can buy it. So every time people buy, maybe your UI kit is for $10, they'll buy it for $10. That platform will keep like 2 to 3%. I'm not very sure. I haven't done a lot of selling, but I know they keep a certain amount of money to themselves, and the rest of the money you get to keep. So every time they sell it, you get to keep money. You can also do a lot of affiliate marketing. You can ask people around you who are designers to help you sell this product or this UI kit, and they will get their income, which is their they'll get like this side money or this pocket money for themselves as well, because they're affiliate marketing, and you get the money also because you are selling your product. So I highly suggest, find some website. Creative Market is the most common name that you've heard, I'm sure, where you can put your designs and start selling them. You can put a price tag on them and people will buy it. There are a lot of other platforms. It's just not coming to my head right now. Again, uncut and unedited all the time. So that is one other option that you can do. One bonus point, which I've just remembered, I'm so glad I did, is actually doing short-term freelancing. And what I mean by short-term freelancing is smaller projects. Pick up projects which will finish in days. The easiest way to do this is ask 2 or 3 other freelancing friends of yours to join this project and share your work. So what will happen is you will be doing very little work. So if you have a job or an internship or you're in college, you won't have to spend a lot of time freelancing, since your entire group or whatever design friends you have are doing that work also. It'll just divide work in between those friends. So that was today's podcast. I know it's an abrupt ending, but I just want to say best of luck to you guys because I really want to see you guys prosper. Whoever is listening, I want you to prosper every single day. I want you to earn 10, 20, 30, 50, $100. And trust me, there is no limit to how much side income you can make. And imagine the things you can do with the side income that you made with least effort. That's gonna be epic. So that was episode 2 of Design Uncut. I come up with these episodes every single week. So be sure to subscribe or save or favorite this on whichever platform you are on. Of course, I'll always have video, which is on YouTube, which is also Puneet Chawla. And I will also have my main podcast on all podcast platforms. So if you're watching this right now, you might want to go to Google Podcasts or to Spotify or to Pocket Casts, whichever player you use, and just search for Design Uncut. I'm sure you'll find it. I'll see you every single week. See you next time. God bless. Bye bye.